I started outfitting up here in the Loon Lake Goodswell area a long time ago. At least it was a baby. No, I started outfitting a long time ago, actually in the late 80s up here. I guided in the mountains and a few places, and this is where I first started being my own outfitter. I worked for other guys for a while, but back then I hunted all of this area, and we hunted it hard for a lot of years until I started High Caliber Ranch, and then I sold it, and then I found myself back in the outfitting area, outfitting business several years ago. I grew up in Saskatchewan. Actually, I was born in Loon Lake right here. But my dad traveled all over. He was a Mountie. We ended up moving to Lloydminster on the Alberta side. So basically from the time I was 14 or whatever, I became an Alberta resident, but I lived all over Saskatchewan. And growing up hunting in Alberta, it's kind of a run and gun deal. Like there's a lot of areas I used to like to walk, and I'd get a cut line, you'd sit and wait. But for the most part, a lot of us, you know, you got permission hopefully, and you see that big whitetail and you got 5 seconds to do it. So not the best way to hunt, but some wonderful trophies, you know. So moving back to Saskatchewan as an outfitter was a real pleasure because first of all, before they even allowed baiting, I was on my own in my 20s, and I had 20 hunters. So, you know, most guys have a really tough challenge to get in front of a good buck a lifetime. Well, I had to find 16 or 17 every year. And so you learn what to do. You probably learn a lot more from those videos of what not to do. But you learn, like Pavlov's dog, all the mistakes. You make them. The things that work over years, you keep going. And eventually it was about 8 or 9 years after just hunting, making ground blinds. There was no pop-up blinds or anything like that. I was told that you could bait, and I thought, well, what the heck's this about? So I started baiting, and it just made my job easier. It's legal. It's a great way to hunt. It's a great way to manage the deer in the area. But more importantly is now you get to respect and see those animals and spend a lot of time and learn their habits and their dominance and how they interact with each other and how they interact with predators. And, you know, it's really interesting. You learn a lot when you watch deer all day. So to have her come up and hunt Saskatchewan, because she's such a passionate huntress, that she was really excited about it, and I was just glad to give her the opportunity. She hunts the way I used to hunt on my own for my hunters. She'll build a ground blind she'll find trails, signs, rubs, scrapes, and build a natural ground blind and sit there all day. And I keep telling her any fool can be uncomfortable because I like heaters and big pop-up blinds now. So anyway, but for her to come and in Saskatchewan and sit in a box blind and have the option to sit with the heater and have the deer come to you was, I know it's going to be a very interesting hunt for her, but still whitetail hunting. So.